Brian, it seemed like a good game in terms of flashes from the young players. What stood out to you the most as the biggest positives?
Our resiliency. Didn't start the game great. That didn't get us down. We continued to defend. Learned some lessons from the last game. We didn't finish the quarter well. End of the second in New York, and we went on a little bit of a run to finish and go up one at the half. And then I think we learned that they were going to be in the paint, and we made some really good passes in the second half, and that really opened the game up. But the defense traveled, and we stayed with the defense the whole game.
What aspect of your defensive focus and momentum, especially at the end of the first half, did you like most, and how did that carry over into the second half specifically?
Yeah, I thought our physicality was a pretty good game all game. We were pushing catches out, ball pressure. Guys were active, forcing them into places we wanted them to shoot. We were pleased with our effort for sure on the defensive end.
Bub, it seemed like you did a good job getting into the paint. What did that do for the offense?
Yeah, I mean, paint attacks kind of collapsed the defense, and that was what we talked about at halftime. We made good adjustments. He made some great plays. He got in there and sprayed it out to his teammates. He's growing every game, so these are good experiences for him. He had a nice one tonight.
With Key moving into the starting lineup, what was the rationale for that, and what did you think about George's game?
Just to try different units to see who's going to fit and who's going to work well together. We'll do more of that. We changed in the second half. We started Corey, so we're going to see different people out there, just to see different combinations. I thought his passing, his ability to make plays, and then obviously his shooting. So we were looking for a little bit of that tonight from him.
Kyshawn just consistently seemed to make the right play. What have you seen from him so far in that regard?
I think he's like a good processor. He sees the court well. Sees the open passes. That's one of his skill sets.
How is Bub doing overall?
I mean, great. I mean, this guy's got a tremendous spirit. The energy that he brings on a day-to-day basis is contagious. A worker, and he brings a lot of passion to the game. And I think everybody can feel he brings a tremendous joy to our team and our organization, something that we're thrilled to have.
What specifically prompted you to call the early timeout in the first half, the first quarter, and in the third quarter?
I have amnesia on that one. No, we didn't get back on defense. I called it pretty quickly. They got a layup, and that's a standard we have that we're just not going to allow those type of things. I did it both halves pretty quickly, same type of plays. We got to get her back in transition, get our defense set. So we addressed it and we moved on. And the guys got better.
BK, that fourth quarter, only one actual turnover, second one ends up being that offensive foul. What was it about the fourth quarter that you guys were able to really lock in and not have those turnovers that we saw against New York?
Didn't play in crowds. We played in the crowds even to start the game tonight. I think we had 7 for the second half, 14 in the first. We just got off and we saw 2 bodies, sometimes 3 for them. We just turned and made the right pass. And that kind of opened up our threes, and I thought that was great.
I asked Bub after the game just about how he was able to kind of read what the defense was doing that allowed him to really attack the paint and get in there. When you have a player that young that has that type of IQ that can kind of read and see where he can find his spots, what does that do for a guy, especially with the growth potential?
This is a guy, he's got size too, so he can see over defenses as he starts seeing. These are all new reads for him. Which is great. These are all new experiences, so he's getting game experience and learning it by the minute. And the game slowed down for him tonight. Saw who was open, delivered the passes, and it was a good game for Bob.
Jordan seemed like he came out of the game for a bit, got hit on the head. Is he okay? How's he doing?
I believe he's okay, but we'll probably know more in the next couple of days.
Gotcha.
But he came back in and played, so.
And then Kuzma started slow, but picked it up as the game went on. What did you see from him?
Just, playing aggressive. We want him to be aggressive. This guy's a scorer, getting downhill, putting pressure on the rim, and that collapse. And then second half, he started getting there and collapsing the defense, kicking out. Those are the things we want him to see. We want him to be aggressive.
Thank you.
Kyshawn, we know you've played hundreds of games in your life, but was there anything kind of extra special about being here, playing a game for the first time in the place that you're going to call home for a long time?
It was great. First game at home, we got the dub. First, win as an NBA player, NBA team. So it felt great just to be able, to see a couple fans, be in the arena. It was just a great feeling.
You had a stretch near the end of the second quarter and then in the end of the third quarter where you just seemed to make the correct play every single time, faking one way, getting the defender this way, getting for three. Can you take us through how you make the correct decision seemingly every time?
I just try to read the defense and trust my teammates to be at the right moment, at the right spot at the right moment, and then it's just on me to make the right read, make the play. And it happened that I hit a couple shots. I passed the first one. I might fake the next one. If he steps up on me, I'm passing the next one. I'm just trying to read the defense every time.
Near the end of the third quarter, you hit those back-to-back threes. It was a sparse crowd, but they got really loud for you. What did that feel like?
It just felt great. I mean, we got our momentum, finished the quarter strong. I think that's what we need, to make runs at the end of the quarter is very important. Start to, end the game correctly, and I think it's just a great feeling. First time at home, it just felt great.
Kyshawn, you've been probably the team's most consistent player thus far in the preseason. Would you say that the learning curve from college to the NBA has maybe been not as severe as you expected? Has the game slowed down for you at all?
It's definitely slowed down, but I put the work in every single day. Like I'm in the gym, I watch film, worked the whole summer with the summer league, and then I was there for training camp, pre-training camp, and all that stuff. So, yeah, the game has slowed down, but I think it's due to the work I've put on this summer, and then it's just getting to learn my teammates, learn the system, and just get as many reps as possible.
And speaking of learning from your teammates, would you say that you've already found a level of chemistry with guys like Bub, like Alex, _Kuzma, and the whole second unit as well?
For sure. I mean, definitely Bub and Alex, because we've been playing together since this summer, working out together. So we starting to understand each other at another level now. And then with the other guys, like Poole, Kuz, all them guys, Bilal, I have a good chemistry with Bilal. We talk a lot off the court too. It's just just learning all stuff, getting more reps together. But I think we headed the right way for sure.
I beg your pardon. I'm sorry. I'm still on the draw. Is there have you had any trouble with the farther 3-point line? I mean, it seems like to us it seems like it's in college for the way you shot it.
Not especially. It was an adjustment. For me, it was more so the balls. The balls were compared to the Miami balls I used to have, nice, fluffy, padded Adidas balls. That was the most different for me. But it's been a smooth adjustment for sure. Thank you.
Corey, the numbers suggest the defense was really good tonight. What was working for you guys?
Yeah, we were playing too much on our heels in Montreal against them, and we wanted to apply the pressure and kind of give them a taste of their own medicine and the way that they play defense. We were aggressive. We were into the ball all night. Caused 22 turnovers, and if you can do that, against an NBA team, you have a pretty good shot to win. So we're just more aggressive, more chaotic, and more physical.
Speaking of turnovers, obviously it was an issue last game, and it was kind of an issue early in this game, but you guys were able to limit them in the second half. What changed? Yeah,
we were playing too much in crowds. A big emphasis this year is sharing the ball, and I'm guilty of this for sure in the first half and a little bit in the second half too. Like trying to force the issue, you get downhill and you're playing against three guys, and the kickouts are wide open, and we have to be more eager to kick the ball out and share it and know that it's going to keep coming around. When we do that, it makes the game a lot simpler, and you kind of give energy to other guys. So, yeah, we just got to keep emphasizing sharing the ball and moving it, and we have enough talent and enough shooting on this team to make good things happen.
It's a pretty good game so far for you guys. What are some takeaways that you could move into the next game for you guys?
Yeah. Like I said, sharing the ball, we shared it great. Assist numbers 23. Played, again, physical defense as well. And the most important thing, I think, is that we're learning how to win close games. And this was an opportunity to do that. Close teams out in the fourth quarter. We had a ton of games, clutch games. In the second half of last season, we ended up dropping a lot of them. And so if we can get early exposure to playing in tight games and closing teams out in the fourth, it's going to really help us moving forward in the regular season.
Coach Keefe called Kyshawn a good processor. He's been impressed with how he takes his shots within the flow of the offense. What has stood out to you about his approach? Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, he just doesn't seem like he ever gets rattled. The moment's not too big for him. He takes the right shots. He does the right thing. And if he doesn't, he's trying to. And that's really good to see out of a guy like him. He
picks stuff up really quick. He wants to learn. He absorbs absorbs advice and applies it right away. And it's really impressive. It's hard to do when you got a lot of things going on and a lot of moving pieces around you, especially at this level. And he's making it look really easy.
How fun is it moving into this leadership position now, being one of the old heads, still being a young guy?
Man, old head. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, 4 years and you're an old head, it's pretty crazy. But it's good, man. I mean, it's fun to kind of know what I wish people would have told me or learn from or copy other people's leadership styles with me when I was young and try to give the guys on this team my best and help them kind of grow and develop. We're all about development here, personally and professionally. And if I can help these guys just get a little bit better each day using my voice and being a leader, I see a lot of value in that.
We saw you have a few driving kicks, especially in the first 2 games. How do you think you fit into sort of the multiple initiator approach that you guys are trying to have?
Yeah, I think I fit in great. Maybe not bringing the ball up the floor as much, or we have a lot of guys who are handling the ball and bringing it up, but totally comfortable with playing in the flow and breaking the three-point line and making plays happen from there. It's going to be a pillar of our offense once we get teams scrambling. We need a lot of guys who can make plays and make the right read, and I fully expect to be one of them. And as a guy who draws a lot of attention from behind the arc, the gravity and the closeouts that teams have on me makes it really easy to set guys up, the next play and the play after that.